Hello and welcome to North Star Stamper. I'm Susan Kramer. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Woodbury, Minnesota. I hope you are doing well wherever you are and whenever you happen to be watching. Looking for myself on my computer here. And there we are. All right. You know the drill. I am consistently North Star Stamper on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, my website, and you can reach me at susan@northstarstamper.com. Thank you for joining me today. I'm kind of excited about what we're making. Before we get started, I like to wait for people to join me. I do see myself on my computer, so I know I'm working, but if the sound is off, hopefully somebody would tell me. This is our May through August catalog. I just submitted my request to have 7 of you receive this. So if you're my customer, hopefully you're one of those 7. I know one of you has moved and did not update your address. I'll be sending you a catalog. And I think I was supposed to send you a January through April, so I'll get those in the mail probably next week. A couple of you have not opted in to receive contact, and so Stampin' Up! Does not let me send you catalogs either. Someone just ordered yesterday, and your account says no contact. So if you think that's you, reach out to me. Again, that's susan@northstarstamper.com. Let me pull that back. And we can get that updated. I can get you a catalog. It just won't come directly from Stampin' Up! It'll come from me. So I think we're good. We're just going to get started. So this is coming up. And I have quite a few products from this and the May online exclusives, but I really do like to show you things that you can go and order tomorrow if you want. So we are using actually products from the annual catalog. This seems like it was so long ago, and it was last April. May 6 to May 4 was our annual catalog, which is, we're doing away with annuals. We're only going to have 3, I think they're calling them seasonal, but let me back up a little bit. So the annual catalog has always had like the inks and papers, adhesives, tools, and those sorts of things. And the mini was just, stamps, papers, dies, punches, embellishments, all those sorts of things. So they're combining the two and they're making them smaller. So the new catalog is going to have inks and papers, tools, those sorts of basic things. And then they're going to supplement it with online exclusives, which they can turn over. We get them every other month these days. So we get new products very, very often. Anyway, so today we're going to work again with the Extraordinary Flora. This was the annual catalog on page 84. So there's a stamp set. This is all one stamp, and I already have it on a huge block, an F block. So if you look on the website at the stamp or the bundle, it'll tell you which blocks you need for that stamp set. I've been using that more and more. I should write it down here, and I do quite often write on my, I'll take the insert out and write on here which blocks I need, just so that if I take this somewhere, I remember to bring a big block, and then probably the narrow block for those things. So the stamps, and then there's a coordinating die, and you can see here I stamped, and I just used a blending brush. I probably did this with you a long time ago when it first came out, like a year ago. So you can die cut all those individual little pieces with the die. So it's just one die and you get them all. This would be kind of fun to do a whole bunch and just leave them blank. Probably stamp in a darker color and then just leave them blank. And then when you decide you want a floral project or a project with small florals, you can just use your small blending brush to add some ink like I did here. So that's what that is. And then the interesting thing about this bundle is it coordinates with washi tape. Again, this is on page 85. And this is the Extraordinary Flora washi tape. In the current mini catalog, oh, I had it open. There's another bundle with a stamp and dies. So instead of one single die, this includes 10 dies. But it coordinates with washi tape, but it's only leaves in this. So look at this. Interesting. Using different color, pink and blue leaves, orange leaves. I never would have thought of it. But that just is a coordination of, or just greens. There's no flowers. In this one, it does transition from pinks to purples and then back again. So a little more versatile. I don't know. I didn't get the greens because I didn't use this one very much. But we're going to use it today. All right. Moving on. Okay. I have some things ready to go. And I'll show you what I have. And then I'm going to show you how I got there. So the die will die cut the washi tape. Do you remember when I did this? I put washi tape on one of my clear plates. I put the washi down and then you can die cut it. Well, I had trouble getting it up from the plate, and I think I just took them all off with my take your pick tool and I threw them away. So do you remember I talked about this before, and I'll just review. So what you can do is take adhesive sheets. I'll just walk you through how you would do this. I would release some of the adhesive on my adhesive sheet and then put your washi tape on the adhesive. So I know it sounds really funny. You're putting washi tape on your adhesive sheet, and then you can die cut it with the die. And then you'll be able to, here I have some done. So that's how I got these. I used adhesive sheet on the back of the washi, and then you can take off the liner, and then it becomes like a sticker again. So that's what I have here. And I have found it easier to, instead of trying to get the liner off the back of the washi tape, I find it easier to pull the washi tape. So I have some started because I didn't want to be frustrated during my video here. So I see a few people are watching. Can you let me know if my sound is okay? I would appreciate that. Okay. Let me grab a couple others. Here's one. I put them in a clear envelope just to show you what I'm talking about. I think this one. So that was an adhesive sheet with washi tape on top, and then I find it easiest to pull the washi tape away from that liner, and now it becomes a sticker again, but it's been die cut to just be these leaves. Okay, so that's kind of my best tip for the day. All right, so that's that. I have some squares that I have already die cut. I'm going to show you how I created this. I used our new stamp positioner. Let's clean up. I like to keep things neat here, or picked up. All right, I used Bubble Bath on my squares, Bubble Bath cardstock and Bubble Bath ink, because there are purple flowers in this washi tape. I keep forgetting washi tape. I'm going to put, this is Fresh Freesia, and I used, here, let me show you where we're going. So I saw a sample in the May online exclusives that kind of did this. It had this layout. It actually used these same squares. So I want to start this up here. This is our brand new stamp positioner. It'll be in our May catalog. If you joined Stampin' Up, I think it was during February, you got this for free, this whole set. Okay, so it does, you can see that it does work with red rubber stamps if that's what you have. I love our red rubber stamps. I am very sad that we are phasing them out. So I put that on this small cover plate. I don't know what you'd call it. And then there are springs in these four corners. These two pegs are going to fit on these pegs. And then I'm going to stamp it down. This is just a background, so I'm not using the positioner so that I can re-stamp. I'm using the positioner so I can create my grid. Oh, that's right. I'm going to be die cutting, so I need to be more gentle. And push it down. One more. I won't bother die cutting this. I just wanted you to see how to do this. And push it down. So there's a nice background. Excuse my reach. And I'll just use this. So I'm going to clean this up. This is just 1/4 of a chamois that I like to use in cases like this. All right. Now I'm going to line up my next stamp and pick it up with the tool. And again, this is Fresh Freesia cardstock and Fresh Freesia ink. I will finish this just that way I can put this. You can see that I just have to line it up, and I get a... This is really fun. It'd be fun to make backgrounds with all different colors. That would take more time because you'd have to clean your stamp between them. Not perfect, but that's okay. When I go to die cut my squares, I can pick and choose. You can see where they came from. I can pick and choose what portions of my background here I use for my project. All right, let's put this away. So that was the Stripes and Dots stamp set. This is in the annual catalog. It's hard to believe it's been around that long. So there are those 4 that you can put together in any order, and then it fits on a big block like this. But without the big block, you can use, not that one. I don't know if this one's still cut. I don't know that I is available anymore, but this one would fit on those blocks to pick up those stamps. Actually, they fit on this one, I think. A little short. This is the H block. So anyway, that's the Stripes and Dots. So I create my background, and then I used this square. It is about a little bigger than 1.5 inches, and I just moved it around and die cut some squares. Let's put this away. All right, moving on. Okay, let's pull these things back. So I do have my envelope already done. Here is my card base. I'm going to use the stamp to create a background for our card. Make sure it's opening the way I want. Yep. Ink, 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 ink. When the stamp's this big, I do like to put ink to stamp instead of the other way around. And this is just going to be a nice background. Nothing too... Make sure that's good. Perfect. I'm just going to put that on there. All right, next I'm going to take 6 of my squares that I die cut from my bubble bath cardstock bubble bath ink, just like I did the Fresh Freesia a minute ago. And we're going to layer 6 of them. On here. Oops. I think I like having the lines go different ways. So the sample I'm using as my inspiration actually had the squares die cut from pattern paper. But I thought, well, I'll just make my own pattern paper. You know, I like to do that. But this might be a fun way to put. I'm just gonna start adhering rather than trying to line it up. Let's just adhere. It'd be a fun way to use up scraps of designer series paper. Is that straight? Straight enough. A lot of it's going to be covered up anyway. Oh. I'm going to turn the lines different direction. That's kind of fun. I'm just butting them up. This one is not going to be seen very much because I'm going to put this white circle on top. So there's that. Two more. Kind of fun to create this grid. Here come all the ideas. You could use 6 different colors. As I said, you could use different patterns of paper. You could emboss these. That'd be kind of fun. Just to create a background. There's so many layers on this card. It's kind of fun. All right, then we're going to use some of our pieces of washi tape on this circle, and that's going to go there. But, okay. I think I'm going to start with, let's move these out of the way. I want to show you what I'm doing. I'm going to put some of these off the edge. There's the front. So this is the liner. I can just take this off now. And now it's just a piece of washi tape again with extra adhesive. So I'm going to put this here. Be careful I don't rip it. I will burnish it though with the bone folder. When I put it onto the adhesive sheet, it was a little wrinkled. I don't know if I did that in a video. I'll have to go back and look for that video and link it to this one on YouTube. All right, and I really like this flower. It's so pretty. So we're going to put this one here. And I am going to leave these up, the ends. Just burnish it. I'm just burnishing it because it was wrinkled on my adhesive sheet, that's all. And let's do some leaves. Make sure I'm in the right place. I think I am. People must be busy. I know it's really nice here in Minnesota today. All right. Maybe some more leaves. Let's see how we're looking. And then, uh-oh, where did it go? I have too much on my table, I think. I had a banner. Do you see it? That's the one I just took off. I think I'm a little distracted, sorry. Let's see if I have another banner. You know, I like to have things already cut and ready to go. Maybe it went under there. Oop. Hopefully I have another one. There we go. And we'll see if I have 2 in case I make a mistake. So I just sit and watch a movie and die cut a whole bunch out of scraps of cardstock. So the colors aren't exactly the same, but that's right. This is going to go here, and this is going to go on top. So I think I do need some more here. I really like these flowers. They're so pretty. Let's just fill it in because I have them ready to go. Nope. So I have to get that liner off. Okay, so if I put this down, this is going to stick to these leaves that are off the edge of the circle. They're still sticky, but I don't want them to be because I want to put this on dimensionals. So I am going to, let me get rid of these. I have, oh dear. I think I need to be more organized, sorry. Where did it go? I I have my embossing buddy. Here it is. That I am going to unstick. I'm going to use the embossing buddy to cover up the adhesive on the back of these die cuts. So if you have a sticker and you want to put it up on a dimensional, this is a perfect way to do it. See, it is not sticky anymore, but these are. I haven't done those yet. Let's make this one flat. All right, now put that away. That's going to be a little messy. It's just powder. Now I can put this up on dimensionals. Let's put 5 of them. And those leaves are they're gonna just float. If I put dimensionals behind these pieces, I think you'd be able to see them. So I'm happy with them just floating. Hopefully they will not. Let's see, which way do I want it? We're going to add this. I think this way. Wait. I have some ribbon. Let's make, let's see, I'm going to cut about 14 inches. I'm going to go double. And I'm going to make 2 bunny ears. Oh, that piece is... Well, let's see what happens. It got into my ink. But since this is going to go underneath my circle, I think I can hide it pretty well. Oh, yeah. All right. This is going to go under my circle. Oh, look at that. Isn't that precious? Very nice. Okay. I can pull this tight. Now what I'm going to do is grab some tear tape. I do save tear and tape when I get it in a kit, because they're nice small pieces to take with me places. So a piece of tear and tape is going to hold down our bow, which you won't see. It'll just look like ribbon. And I'm going to put it between my dimensionals and put it right on top of that tear and tape. Let's spread this out a little bit and we'll trim it down. There we go. I like all the elements on this card. So the one that I was inspired by didn't have ribbon, but it did have this. Oh, I kind of like how those come up. It did have a, nope, that one's dirty. That's why I got 2. It did have a sentiment on a banner using the same dies. Let's use, I think there's some garden green in there. And I can pull up that stamp set again. How about congratulations? Perfect. Look at that. That's quite a small stamp. Oops. I'm almost done. I do have some embellishments. I think I can look around the camera. Oh, nice. If I do say so myself. Okay, so to put this on, obviously I don't want to put more dimensionals on top of that. So I'm going to put a glue dot on this end. And more, oh, that didn't pick up. Yeah, it did. So I'm putting glue dots on this end that's going to be on top of the circle. And then I want a small dimensional we'll do 2 right next to each other on the left side, because this will be off the circle. Just like that. And then I have some, these are the Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink Gems. I think they're gone, they're retired, sorry. And then I have some Frosted Iridescent Dots. And the colors in this are Balmy Blue, Clear, Berry Burst, and Gorgeous Grape. But I think one of those, I don't know if I like all that glitter. Let's just use these. I'm just going to use the clear ones. That works. So thank you for joining me today. Thank you for watching. Put that there. That there. Let's do 5. 2, 3, 4. 5. And I use those same adhesive die shapes. So the adhesive sheet on the washi tape, and then you die cut it and you get a sticker again. So that was my workaround for die cutting washi tape. So that's what I have for you today. Thank you for joining me. Happy stamping. And then it was fun to use the stamp positioner too. So thanks for joining me. Take care, everybody. Bye. Oh, I see there are comments and they're not showing on my, hold on. Let me review this. I still didn't have any comments on my video. There they are. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Kathy. She even said the sound was good. Oh, she liked my Winnie the Pooh sweatshirt. Yes, we have a new suite coming out. Thank you, Kathy. We have a new suite coming out in the May online exclusives. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. The suite is called Silly Old Bear, and the stamp set, and there's dies called Sweet Old Friends, and there's designer series paper with all these characters, and the dies that cut these out, cut out the designer series paper. I spent about an hour die cutting just less than half of a sheet, and I have probably 30 of these characters to put into things. So I'll wait and show you this in May when it becomes available for customers. So thank you, Kathy. Sorry I wasn't responding because the comments weren't showing on my computer, but I saw them in my phone. So all right, thanks everybody. Take care. Bye.